I honestly don't know how many more games I'll be doing of Mangui here, but I did play off screen through with the warrior again and gone through the normal mode of the second book. So we'll go into the third book with him, see if I can actually pull off a win with him and unlock at least the other character. But yes, the hunt for red pill is done for him, so the answer to the Underworld is not open to him. So, as you climb over the ridges of Mount Mangui and ascend the sheer cliffs, one may come across a large hidden cave. This, indeed, is the entrance to the Underworld. The mountain spirits forbid approach of any living soul, but the deceased are granted passage, their heads remaining bowed as they pass through. And there's the full thing if you want to basically read it on. And I'm basically ready to go, so let's go. The hidden cave. If you leave an enemy's sight, they may give up on chasing you. Yoon Gil is wandering, lost in the forest. This particular chapter has just begun, yet we can see he is already covered in unsightly wounds. As he circles the same wood path for what seems like the fifth time, a shadowy, ghostly figure blocks Yoon Gil's way. Even as Yoon Gil slashes through the air, threats roaring from his chest, the shadowy ghost does not flee and instead grows larger. Not knowing how to defeat it, even the great Yoon Gil starts to feel fear. With no other recourse, he forsakes the forest path and takes refuge in a lonely cave. Such a dreadful creature. If anyone is listening, pray call for Han De Rong to show herself. No sound can be heard, only the clamorous howling of the wind from the depths of the cave. Pulling out the blue needle from his bosom, he is flooded with numerous thoughts. Thinking back to when I was nearly strangled to death at the old Peeper's mansion, I thought I was going to be finished by the snake that came slithering over. Now, as I reminisce, back then it wasn't you who was wrong or evil or clouding judgment but me. I was foolish. Yet before he can dwell on his regrets, the dark demon from before comes seeking Yoon Gil, giving no time for remorse. Now, with nowhere to escape, his hands tremble and his legs shook. Let go of your fear and strike true. A familiar voice echoes from deep within the cave. These creatures feed on fear. If your attack misses because you're scared, they grow larger. Shake off your fear and focus on your sword. At those words, Yoon Gil focuses his mind and whirls his blade. As the strike finds its mark true, the vile wraith vanishes like smoke. You have a knack for scaring people, and yet I find I owe my life to you again. And you being so clumsy, you're surprisingly and still stubbornly alive. And you being so clumsy, you are surprisingly and still stubbornly alive. I feel like it could be written better. I don't know how to basically write it though. Maybe like, and you, comma, being so clumsy. I probably put a period there. You were surprisingly and still stubbornly, comma, alive. I probably have like more comments, maybe a period in there, probably idea. There's much that is required of me, so it seems it is not yet my time to die. Yoon Gil takes out the blue needle and the orb from his bosom and hands them to Han De Rong. They are yours. It's not right for me to keep your belongings any longer. I shall return them to the rightful owner now. Han De Rong slowly reaches out. She takes only the needle and states simply, Yesterday evening, divination spoke to me, and it seems it's not yet time for me to receive the orb either. Complete your own journey with haste. This is how you will eventually help me. Alright, it's go time. What will I find here? We got ourselves a black cow that'll help my HP, physical defense, and magic defense. A Wildcat. So, charges straight at a target from a distance. It's got high magic defense. So it likes to charge people. It's good to know. Easy enough to kill. Charcoal powder, common tool. Sure. The Prey Wraith. Hello. So it's got high physical defense. Most ghosts lack, form, so they have like high physical defense. Magic weakening. Ghosts are vulnerable to magic. They always receive critical damage from magic spells, and it performs long-range magic attacks. Interesting. The spirits have no physical body, so blades don't work on them at all. Now, is this like a... Yeah, it is like, a straight path. I wasn't sure, because like, that's obscured, but whatever. There's a basilisk. A squirm worm. This being steals and consumes Zarya's blood. When its magic attack succeeds, it recovers HP. A gloomy shade. Each time it evades or resists an attack, their physical damage and physical accuracy abilities are increased. So I guess this is like one of these guys that, like, sort of like, goes on the fear thing. Basically, as they evade you to get, more powerful. Armor ability reduces if you receive physical damage. However, it doesn't block magic damage. This one seems to grow in size every time I miss. Yay, Ghost among Ghosts. Alright, we finally killed it. Down it goes. There's a skill chest. Hopefully it's got a magic skill or something inside. Not useful, but oh well, we'll take it. Like, these guys are casting spells more or less than anything else, right? So armor's not necessarily going to help me here. Accuracy is going to be really important for this one, I think, because I have those ghosts. So we'll start leveling that up immediately. More wildcats. Warrior Spirit Hat. HP goes down, physical defense, and magic defense go up. Sure, we'll take it. Down you go. Oop, that was a medium Wraith and I didn't really see her thing there. 5 enemies remain. Iron Bead. So physical accuracy and damage go up, magic defense and HP go down. I'm okay with this because I want the attack for those shades. Sure. Something's better than nothing. Get that. I'll note that the sort of blackness of that, like, unpassable terrain sort of blends in with, like, the terrain a little bit too much. Maiden Wraith. Jumps high to move to a random location. Most ghosts lack form and magic weakening. So she's a sorcerer, does her thing. Whatever, she's dead. Gotcha. Last time was up here. Wildcat. And the last chest is down there. I thought for a moment the X might be to below, but I guess it's always up, so whatever. Silly me. And sell it. Time to cross. Alright, I want stuff that basically ups my, magic defense or ups my, physical attack. So, when landing a combat attack on a bleeding target, 50% chance to inflict fear. When dealing 4 or more damage to a target, 50% chance to debuff the target, lowers the speed. Or chain chant, when your magic skills hit, 20% chance to gain a buff. We'll go with lowering your speed, because it might help a little bit. The Abandoned Hideout. Alright, so, let's see what it's all about. As Yoon Gil emerges from the cave, sheer cliffs rise in towering, mist-shrouded tiers amidst the mountain's craggy folds. You've retrieved the pouches and gotten hold of the evidence. Are you planning to head straight to apprehend the Centipede Queen? No, unfortunately. I indeed have the Woodsman's belongings now, but those alone won't be enough to prove his crimes. We need to find and bring back a victim of hers, or someone who can be a witness to testify about what happened. Ham De Rong, while listening, silently whines in protest. Oh, what nonsense are you spouting now? Who could possibly still be alive in that cruel cave of hers? Even if there were anyone, they'll mostly likely be dead by now. Yoon Gil, frustrated, retorts to Ham De Rong. Let's say you're right. They're dead and long gone. Then where do the dead end up? In the afterlife, and the Underworld, of course. And who takes them to the Underworld? The Reaper of Souls, a grim custodian, come to greet the deceased and leads them to the afterlife. Then who might have been present at the moment the Woodsman passed on? Startled by the question, Ham De Rong looks like Yoon Gil in surprise. Oh my, sir, what a terrifying thought. I hope this isn't going where I think it's heading. If a grim custodian is the only one who witnessed the Woodsman's death, then they must be able to testify about the incident. How could you go to the Underworld though? In my nearly 1,000 years of life, I've never heard of a living person entering that place. Nor have I heard of anyone bringing someone out the Underworld. Good, an unheard of affair then. Let's make sure we have make our trip there memorable. Nothing's changed with you. Truly insufferable you are, sir. Alright, we're out of a cave and now we're just running around like the wilderness. Another Wraith, okay. An Archer Bandit. We've already seen these guys before. Gotcha. Gotcha. Finally. Alright, what do I want? I could get stats for increased accuracy. That could actually be useful here. Don't need damage. You know, I kind of wish I actually told you like it would actually take away from learning the other stuff, but whatever. Let's get this. Ritual robes, don't need. Our chest. The ritual knife. We'll sell that, yes. Okay, I don't want to lose my physical accuracy, so yeah. As expected, this guy is an arch charger. Peak Top Panther. Performs an attack that causes bleeding. The target takes additional damage for a short time, so he's a bleeder. There goes the Gloomy Shade. There's a Glaive. No, I want the accuracy, so we can't equip that. Again, I want the accuracy, so sell it. Die. Oh, these guys naturally spawn too. Die. There's a dagger. That's my speed. What is that down there? The Forsaken Worm. Okay, so performs an attack to hinder skill use. The target cannot use skills for a short time. Vampiric, so, you know, that's all he is. Die, die, die. Oh, this guy. Hello. Down he goes. There's the merchant. So he's got Wound Searcher. Can't afford. Flute. Don't want, and a Southern Electron I can't get, so... Damn it, I lost my defense. She's a runner. Again, we'll go for accuracy. Annoying, she's a runner. Got her. There's a skill chest. Axe Throw, excellent, we want this. So I can actually hit stuff. Well, I figured something was up here, but it's not what I want. Boink. And don't want this. Last chest is right here. Interesting. Kite shield. No, we don't want to lose our accuracy, so not going to get that. Scruff Seeds. When you combat attack misses, debuff a target. I might want to get that for, you know, the guys that have a chance of missing. Lift Hands. When defeating a target, 20 chance to reduce a marine skill into cooldown. And we're going to target's my skills gain a buff. We'll get Scruff Seas. The Wailing Cliffs. Yoon Gil and Ham De Rong advance steadily, dispatching each demon and fierce beast that pours forth to assail them. Unlike Yoon Gil, who still brims with vigor, Ham De Rong's visage appears ashen grey, drained by the ceaseless onslaught. Here, Ham De Rong, we're about to reach the entrance to the Underworld. Is there something in your mind? You seem squeamish. Ham De Rong starts to speak anxiously. Long ago, there was a great phantom tiger who prowled the Tapek mountain's peaks. The tiger had a unique ability to grow stronger from its shadow. As the shadow grew, its power became as immense as the mountain, and there was no one in all 8 provinces who could stop this monster. Power increasing with a shadow, huh? That's quite a remarkable feat. In its arrogance, this tired fiend roamed freely around the world, killing thousands and sending them all to the Underworld. Such a vile creature. When the Underworld became overcrowded with the dead, the enraged great King Yama, supreme ruler of the Underworld, personally took up the sword to discipline the tiger. Hamdae describes the scene, animated swingingly on a branch and hopping back and forth. Subdued by the great King Yama's thunderous might, the tiger is eventually sentenced to the eternity of gate guarding for the Underworld itself. Since then, it has gained the ability to distinguish the living with his right eye and the dead with his left eye. Folk now call him Sang-gun, the General of the Shadows, and he is indeed the gatekeeper of the Underworld. Would that mean if we were trying to get past the General of the Shadows, we'd have an advantage at night? Even at night, there's moonlight, starlight. Shadows are cast by even the faintest shadow light, so I can't think of a solution to easily sneak by the General and into the Underworld. Now the ashen color has passed on to Yoon Gil's face. Can't go that way.